When it comes down to drop shipping, creative is everything. But you need to understand that you need to learn when to create creative and how to create creative. The first thing that you need to understand is you don't want to just create creative to create creative. Because if you do that, you're going to set 100 of creative and you're going to say, but Gilberto, Hansel, or whoever you're listening to, I just said 500 creative, nothing stick. Yes, nothing stick because you don't know when to create creative. The first thing that you need to learn is when to create creative, and it's very simple. It's the moment that you start getting sales with your products. The moment that you start getting sales with your products, you start with the original creative from AliExpress. Make sure they're good quality though. Don't start with horrible creative from AliExpress. So you start with incredible, nice, clean looking creative from AliExpress. You start scaling your product. And what happens next? Well, what happens next is that you're going to see certain interests that performs better than others. You're going to see maybe golf performs better than others, maybe construction. And you're going to be like, okay, it looks like this product right here is for people for construction because the construction interest made me, I don't know, 10, 20, $50,000. So since that interest made me so much money, I'm going to create creative in that direction. And that's how you create incredible creative because at first, you don't know what works. And you're trying different interests to try to make your product work and scale your product. And eventually you will stop on certain interests that are going to work amazingly well. And those are your audiences. And those should be where you allocate your creative. So if it's golf, it's around golf. So it's if it's around construction, it's around construction. Very simple. Now, what you need to do and what comes down to create incredible creative is taking the original creative and changing one little thing. I don't like to change too many things because if I change too many things, I don't know what worked. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background multiple times. I'm going to keep the same angle of the product. I'm going to keep the same image, the same everything, but just the background that is different. So I love to use Gemini for that because Gemini, you don't need to say too many words to overcomplicate things. It learns quite fast what you want with images. This is only with images. There's other software, AI software for other things, but for images, I think that Gemini is one of the best currently. So you're going to upload your image. Let's say we upload this image right here. And like I said, this image, I think it's going to be great for construction. I don't know because I haven't tested that product, but I feel like it. And that's the thing that you need to understand. There's no feeling when it comes down to drop shipping. You need to test it. Test it first with this image. If it doesn't work, then I would just move on. But if it does work and you see, oh, wait, it works well with carpenters. It works well with construction workers. Then I will create creative there. Or maybe it's just like people that wants to do outdoor activities and you're going to create like outdoor background. So the first thing, let's say that this product works great with construction. So don't change anything on the image, but the background. Put a nice construction background. Okay. So simple, straight to the point. I told Gemini what I want. So now we need to wait, obviously. And this is why I don't like to work on my creative at the beginning, because if you need to test, I don't know, 5 products a week, plus you need to generate the images, it takes a very long time. And sometimes it doesn't work super great. So as you can see, change the background and pretty much here, but I don't like this background. Um, I don't like that background. Make it better. And it's all about that. Sometimes it will take me 3 minutes to create a great creative. Sometimes it will take me 2 hours because it really depends how does it catch what you say, your words, and how it perceived everything. Obviously, the more you work the AI, the better it's going to be. Like right there, and like not again, like looks looks to AI, make it more natural. natural. Like I said, just change the background. Keep the boots the same. Okay, so let's see what does it do now. And I don't mind doing this for hours if it's for having great creative because I want to have the greatest quality creative possible. That's just what it is. So as you can see, okay, so let me see this right here, like the original. Okay. So right here, construction, perfect. Um, can you make the background a bit blurry? So I like to have a contrast because if it's too good, too clean, I think it won't look great and I want to put in faces on that boot. So I think if it looks a little bit blurry, it's going to look a little bit better. So let's say, you see, it didn't do anything. Okay, put the background blurry. Okay. So we'll see what does it do. And like I said, it's that's just what it is. It's just putting time and making sure that you create the best creative possible. Um, more blurry on the background. Doesn't look like it's making it blurry. So we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. I think it's going to be great. Got it, limit even blurrier. Okay, so I like this one. I like this one because look at the details that it look at. On the original image, this one, this boot is blurry. This is the center. So if I change and I put the background like very clean, but this boot is blurry, it's not going to be great. It doesn't match great. So I want to make the background blurry as well. As you can see, the boots is blurry with the background, so it matches properly. And you see this front boot right here. So everything matched together. This would be a good creative enough for me to test and to see how does it work. So you do that, and you can change the construction field in the background. After that, you have the original photo and he understand. Now you want to change the construction field, and now we'll see what it does. Like this one, on concrete and everything. Well, it's not on concrete, but you know, I like this right here. Like it feels really construction. Okay, I don't like this one. Change it again. Not so great. And again, like they removed the shoe. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not great. So that would be my creative that would test. So at least we got one. And we'll see what it does. You see, okay. So no, so you removed this the second shoe, the second boot. Add the boot too. Oh, okay. So like I said, sometimes it removes things that you didn't ask, and it's like, why you do that? But it is what it is. That's how AI works at the moment. In the future, it's going to be, I know, like crazy, but for now, it is what it is. Okay, so now we have this image. I like this thing, and we have this one right here. Yeah, the blurry one. This one right here. So we have two images with different background, and you're going to test which one works the best. So that's what I would do with those boots if I know that construction works well. And I know that I need to only create maybe 10 quality one. And one of them is going to stick because it's literally targeting people in construction with a construction field. It's not like I'm doing outdoor, let's say, uh, instead of construction field to an outdoor activity background. So let's say in the scenario that it would be outdoor activity, then what we will do is we will just change the background to outdoor activity. but we are just keeping it for construction because that's what we want to test. In that scenario, that would be the one I want to test. You see? So on here, I don't like it because it's like this is not outdoor activities. We'll need to work more on the outdoor side, maybe putting a house, a backyard, something like this. But this is the one that it would take for construction. Now, let's say we have a new chat. I want to add a new image. Let's say this one. Make the background more luxurious. So as you can see right here, we have this image and we're like, okay, this image looks clean, looks professional, looks luxurious, and looks like the people that buy it are people with high income. So we are going to try to make it a little bit more luxurious and see what it does. Okay. So as you can see, it's very great, looks luxurious, but change it. So you're going to, I never like to choose the first image that I think looks good. I like to have multiple images and to ask like, okay, give me different variation, because sometimes you can be blown away by what can happen in front of your face. So this one is good enough. Great. Okay. Not so bad. But look what it made me not long time ago. This one. See, so it looks like it's a table, but with a nice background here. So this one isn't that bad right here. And this one right here is okay too. Put more in faces. Put more, no, focus on the glasses, not on the background, and make background blurry. So I really want to put the focus on the glasses. That's what I'm trying to sell. Obviously, it's a nice background, but I want to sell the glasses. I don't want to sell the office. So this is the biggest mistake that dropshipper make is they put like very nice background, very clean, but like you don't even know, like, okay, a little bit more focus and more blurry background. So again, it's just a work. It's a long work. Like it could take hours for one product. That's why when I do it, I make sure that I do it on product that are worth it, not on product that are not worth it. Okay, so a little bit more focus on the glasses. Okay. And you can see the lamp like right here. This is crazy. This is very crazy. The details, AI is going to take over like marketing for sure. Okay, now it's just creating like random stuff. I don't like it, to be honest. But like I said, we have this one. We would have this one, not so bad, and has more focus, and it looks like it's on a crystal glass, and you have a nice background, so that would be good. So that's what I would choose, to be honest, if it's a luxury. So I don't do too many crazy things when it comes to creative. I like to keep things simple. Most of our creative, to be honest, they last months, so I don't need to change them that much. I don't understand how dropshippers they change creative like every 3 days. Obviously, having a lot of creative is great, but like changing them so much, our creative lasts super long. Maybe because we have a lot also of winning products that are running in the background. So we don't need to hyper focus on scaling only one super aggressive, and we just maintain like 20, 50 products on the background. But it is what it is. That's what you need to do. Keep it simple, keep it consistent, and that's the strategy. So guys, wish you all an amazing rest of the day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next video. Peace out.